Kia ora, nā mai, hara mai, hello and welcome. Saturday afternoon hoops from Palmerston North. Great to have your company. Fly Palmy Arena, the Jets and the Tuatara about to lock horns. Sky Broadband Rapid League on the way. Justin Nelson, Miles Pearce with me as well. Great to see you again, and always fantastic to be right here at Fly Palmy Arena. The Green Army, love to catch up with them.
They are indeed the Army, and you can see the dedicated fans pouring in early for this one, which is just really cool to see.
Let's have a look at the Sky Broadband Rapid Ladder. And look at those Giants. They're in action tomorrow night against the Airs, unbeaten at the moment. The Jets, on the other hand, well, they desperately need a win.
They do indeed, but what I really like about the Jets program right now is they've got a lot of young guys, and 3 or 4 of those young guys are from right here in Manawatu, which is really cool. You know, and that's the whole point of the Rapid League, right? To try and build some of this, develop and build some of the local talent.
100%, and it's happening right before our eyes. Let's have a look at the Tuatara starters for this one. The Aucklanders are in town. Tukaha Cooper back in familiar territory. Chris McIntosh, Josh Ledger, Ruben Fitzgerald and Nick Barrow are the starters for the visitors. The Jet starters for this one, and you talk about youth, there's plenty of it here. Jonty Cowell, Simon Lafayette, what a season he's having at the moment. One to watch later today also in the Sellers NBL. Jackson Stent, Lachlan Crate and Dirksen Carpaio is playing as well, getting the call up. Good luck to the Jets today. Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, Miles. The tail of the tape is always interesting, and look at that current form.
And the form's got a lot to do with it, but look at that points per game. There's not a whole lot of difference there. I think the big issue is, can we stop someone? You know, and like some people have alluded to right now, it's going to get it done on the defensive end. So really exciting to see what both teams can do.
The Chemist Warehouse stats, of course, official stats partner of the Sky Broadband Rapid League and Cells NBL. Turnover is an interesting one there as well. Keep an eye on that throughout this contest. We're not too far away from a start. Great to be back at Fly Palmy Arena. Saturday afternoon hoops. It's a big day in the Rapid League and the Cells NBL. Sharks and Rams coming your way later tonight. Our coin officials for this one, Callum Welsh, Sam Pan and Riccardo Natai Remene. And we are just about set to go under the bright lights. Beautiful day outside, by the way.
It's always wonderful in the mighty Manawatu.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
Never a bad day, never windy, you know.
No, the drive up here this morning from Te Whanganui Atara was a delightful one. Sun is out, but the lights are beaming indoors, and we are set to go. Jets and the Tuatara. The Tuatara involved in an exciting Rapid League game on Wednesday night. Overtime, went down to the Bulls by 1. Isaac Davidson nailing the triple on the buzzer. What a game that was. So they're out for a bit of a redemption today, the Aucklanders, taking on the bottom of the table Jets. And it'll be the visitors with the first possession, and a former Jet with the first shot, Tukaha Cooper.
Maybe a little something to prove as he plays against his former club. But you can see the patience and the experience of some of the Tuatara guys over the youth and exuberance of the Manawatu Jets.
Cal's just losing a handle of it on the drive. Ball in, good hands, Ruben Fitzgerald knocking it out from Thomas Gold. And the Jets will reset again, 11 on the shot clock here. Let's see if they can respond to the opening points from Tukaha Cooper. Calves around Fitzgerald, won't get through Nick Barrow, and the Tuatara retake possession.
And hopefully there's not too many of those, as you mentioned earlier. Over 10 turnovers, sorry, for the Jets in 16 minutes. That's just a few too many. 5
of the 7 Jets in Rapid League today, 18 years or younger. A lot to look forward to in the future. Nice little block there.
Great verticality by Hakaya Lambert.
Yeah, Lambert, very good with the double-hander. Here he is.
Son of NBL legend Stacey Lambert.
What a player. Kells with the miss. Fitzgerald quickly up the floor with some space and some pace. Gets through. And again, Lambert there to deflect out of play. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. And Crate in the end May have just got a fingertip on that as well.
And I love the pace that Fitzgerald is pushing the ball at, trying to get those defenders on their heels, force them into some scramble as we see Ledger go to work on young Lambert.
A little bit too much experience there, Josh Ledger, 23 years of age. He's been around the league for a while now.
He has. Lambert given up a couple of inches and a few pounds as well.
First saw Josh Ledger. Oh, nice give and go. And a good finish for the Jets. Gold with the points. Well set up, though. Team effort all round. Opening score for the Jets. Yeah, we first saw Josh Ledger. Here he is. Back at the 2020 showdown, of course. He stepped out for the Giants.
Yes, he did as a young man, even though he's only 23.
Oh, 18 back then, or thereabouts. Give or take a year. Silberstein steps onto the floor for the Jets. McIntosh, 29-year-old 3x3 star for the Tall Blacks.
Yes, and coming off some great work with the 3x3 Tall Blacks.
Fitzgerald, Ledger, dumps it inside to his brother Will, who's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Early stages here, midway through the first quarter. Sky Broadband Rapid League. Tuatara leading this one by 3. There was a question mark over Troy Baxter Jr. coming into today's Sal's NBL game. We can tell you that he will be playing. So, was a questionable tag?
Well, he did. He played about 15 minutes against the Giants.
Copped a knock to the knee, I believe.
Yep, and then sat out. So great to hear for the Jets. You know, Baxter Jr. averaging just over 20 points a game. That's a huge boost for them to have him included in the roster today.
We saw him warming up earlier on. He looks fit and healthy, which is a good sign if you're a Jets fan. Jackson Stent for 3.
And he does have the ability to stretch the floor.
Jets fans find a bit of voice. Nice crowd both sides of the court in early as well. Barrow, rebound. Strong, big body, lots of experience, Nick Barrow.
Officer Barrow getting it done. Offensive boards and able to finish inside as we see the Jets take a little turn and push in the pace.
We're seeing this up and down the country with the Rapid League. Fans arriving early, getting some more action for the entry price, of course. A little bit more basketball never goes astray if you're a Hoops fan. And getting in and seeing some of these young rising players. You've also got some experienced players as well. Nick Barrow, we just spoke about. Chris McIntosh, for example. And I think all round, though, the winning formula about Rapid League, Miles, is we get to see 80 more minutes collectively for a team of players out on the floor.
And it's great to see, like you said, the mix of some of the younger guys, some of the vets, getting out and giving the opportunity. And, you know, Lachlan, as we said.
Will Ledger banks it in.
I'm not sure if he called that.
To the boos and the whoos and the hisses of the Green Army. They weren't too happy about that, sorry.
No, that's all right. I was just saying Lachlan, still in high school.
Yeah.
As a few of the Rapid League guys are around the country. We see him fire away. A little long on that 3.
5-point lead inside the last minute of the first quarter. Jackson Kiss runs into Jackson Stent. The two Jacksons coming head to head. Here is Kiss. Speaking of young stars, 16 years of age, just been named in the under-17 team for some upcoming international games.
Heading to the under-17 World Cup a little later on in the year.
Puts the first one down.
What a splash he made with his first couple of points in the Sal's NBL.
Absolutely. Big dunk, wasn't it?
It was.
Over the Sharks. Second one is a miss. And here come the Jets flying down the court. Gold. Crate. Stent hands it off. Silberstein to the corner. Crate takes some contact, puts it in. That won't count though. Ball was down. Foul on Nick Barrow. And it's been an entertaining opener, as we saw on the Chemist Warehouse stats. In terms of points for per game, not a lot separating these two teams.
No, not at all. Not at all, but like we said, can we get it done on the defensive end? And right now, the Tuatara is definitely doing that, holding to the Jets to just 6 at this stage, as we see another turnover.
Off the pass of Thomas Gold, Tuatara will settle here. Shot clock is just inside the game clock. Let's see what the Aucklanders can come up with. Tukaha Cooper had a quick look up at the clock. He knows what's going on here. Jackson Kiss on the move now. Ledger, nice little up faking around. Floats it in off the glass, doesn't get the drop. They will get it back though, or are we done? We're expired. So quarter time. Auckland Tuatara with the early lead, 12-6 in this one. Chemist Warehouse stats. Jets shooting at 50%. They've only taken 4 shots for the game. The Tuatara have taken 8. Of course, those turnovers an early issue for the home team.
Yeah, a couple of turnovers and giving up a couple of offensive rebounds. You know, those are the little things that maybe it's the experience, the physicality, whatever it might be. Those are the things they need to tidy up just to try and get their first win.
Now, you and I worked together on Anzac Day, Thursday night, down in the capital with the Saints playing the Hawks. Guess what I did after the game?
You grabbed a pizza.
I did, I confess. I went straight to Sal's and picked up a large Brooklyn pizza. There it is right there. That's this week's special, $40. You know the drill. There's the code.
Can you get through a whole Sal's pizza by yourself?
I can't. I'm close.
There we go.
I know who can.
Casey.
He's always bragging about his Sal's pizza exploits. Sky Broadband have got a great special as well. That's available until next week, April 30. $30 a month for the first 3 months. The FIBA starter from Sky Broadband. Head to skybroadband.co.nz. All the T's and C's and details in there. It's a fantastic offer. Underway, second quarter. Jets opening possession. Lachlan Crate rising up. So too will Ledger.
And that's a pretty good shot, good offense. Created a good look for Lachlan Crate there. Just couldn't knock it down. Let's see what the Tuatara can come up with opening possession.
I reckon I'm a three-quarter Sal's man at the moment. Tukaha Cooper for 3, his second of the game.
Keep training, I believe in you. I believe you can get to the whole pizza by the end of the season.
I'm learning from the Master Franks at the moment. Silverstein from the corner, can't complete. Ledger, idea was right, looking for his brother Will. Picked off by Crate though, and the young man draws a foul. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse.
And what a luxury it is for the Tuatara to have one of their bigs be able to grab the ball, grab the board, push the break and try and create off the bounce. As you said, didn't quite go right, but the intent is there.
Had some exciting matchups in the Sal's NBL between the Jets and the Tuatara on this floor the last couple of years. I think the Aucklanders got up by about 5 or 6 last year, but the previous season to that, what a thriller that was. The Jets getting up on the buzzer. I think it was Rob Lowe on a putback from memory.
Yes.
Was waved away. And the Jets got up. If we get a game half as good as that one this afternoon, it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, it'll be impressive. You see a little aggressive show there defensively from the Jets.
Margin at 8. Barrow, short corner. Josh Ledger inside, was fouled. And he'll head to the coloured stripe for a couple of looks.
The Jets keep trying to put some extra pressure on that on-ball screen, and the Tuatara have just been picking that apart with some great ball movement and being able to find guys as the rotations scramble.
Luca Richards with the foul. Now, they're only signalling one here, so I missed it out when that actually went in. So 17-7.
It might have been a goaltend.
Right.
As it had come off the glass.
Yep.
As Barrow grabs another offensive rebound.
And that pushes the margin out to 12. So good start to this second quarter by the Tuatara. Flew into Wellington earlier today, I believe. Cal's looking inside for Richards. Holding foul there on Tukaha Cooper, who, by the way, does know this venue very, very well, Cooper. He played plenty of basketball here between 21 and 23. 37 games, in fact, for the Jets in the Cells NBL.
And he did a great job coming down from up north. As we see a big rebound.
Northlander, of course, Tukaha Cooper.
Yep. Part of that junior national program over the years.
Love their basketball up in that part of the country.
And they're starting to push and get to more tournaments, more nationals, things like that. They're doing very, very well.
Lovely part of the country as well.
Can't complain.
North of Auckland.
Can't complain.
Good holiday spot.
Oh, yes.
Ruben Fitzgerald. Ledger of the Josh variety. Look out. McIntosh loves a three. Chris McIntosh.
And that's a great find from the big fella.
And now the Jets, 0-6 in the Rapid League. Some work to do. Crate taking contact, floats it up, can't finish. Nearly had the rebound. Look at this on the move. Fitzgerald just keeps it in. Inside, fantastic work, Tuatara. Slick stuff. Will Ledger with the finish.
The Tuatara are just moving the ball so well right now, and the Jets just cannot keep up. As we see the score balloon out 24-7.
Gold knocked out of his hand. In fact, came off his leg last. So the Tuatara in that grey pinstripe, get it back. Coming off that thrilling overtime loss on Wednesday night. If you didn't see that game, try and grab some highlights of the Rapid League between the Tuatara and the Bulls. It was an absolute thriller. Getting up, Cooper adds another two. He's having a good one.
I think that was
Jackson Kiss.
Jackson Kiss, yes.
Yep, it was. Tuatara again defensively standing up. Silverstein, offensive foul called against the Jets, and not a lot going right. This second quarter, 14-1.
It's not really where you want to be. But just for example, there, Silverstein coming off that screen, probably a little too wide. Kyle Lambert trying to be a good teammate and create some space and an advantage. Sticks his butt out a little bit, gets called for that offensive foul. Another turnover to add to the list.
Here is Cooper back on the floor. McIntosh, bounce pass, was looking for Barrow. Chemist Warehouse stats at the moment. Game high scorer Tukaha Cooper with 6. Will Ledger also has 6. And for the Jets, just 22% field goal percentage. Jackson Stent with his triple leads the way.
As you mentioned, they were 50%, only 2 or 4 at the quarter break. But now to drop from 50 back down to 22. That's a tough quarter.
Well, and the Tuatara have gone from 50% shooting after one quarter to 75%.
That's not a lot of missing here in that quarter, as we see Tukaha Cooper add to his tally, takes him up to 8.
What can the Jets do here? Dying stages of the first half. That one short from Lachlan Crate.
Unless something drastic happens here. There we go.
Fitzgerald with the player timeout. Heads up play. Of course, if you're new to all of this, it's been in and around the Cells NBL, and GJ Gardner-Holmes tell you here for a couple of seasons now, the player timeout. Each team has 1 per half. It's the same rules in Rapid League. 30 seconds, only involving the players. Can't go near the benches, no substitutions, coaches can't communicate. It's all about the players on the floor, and importantly, you advance the ball, which is what the Tuatara have done here.
And with 11 seconds, you think that they're going to, and some veterans on this in this group with some experience, they're going to take that last shot.
McIntosh. Maybe if the Jets had got it there, they could have called their own player timeout. They won't have the opportunity to do so. So a second quarter dominated by the visiting Auckland Tuatara. At quarter time, it was 12-6. At halftime, it's 28-7. One of the more lopsided games we've seen in an otherwise thrilling Sky Broadband Rapid League. And it's all been done through great defense, forcing turnovers, and offensively scoring at a very high clip. Tukaha Cooper, the star of the show so far, back in familiar territory, the former Jet himself with 8 points.
Yeah, he's playing very, very well, and we can see here the rebound count. There's no one with overly many, but you can see the Tuatara just adding them all up, and look at them sharing the ball. Everyone's getting in on it, and everyone's helping each other out.
Sal's NBL action coming up after this afternoon. Tuatara, great win on Wednesday night against the previous 4-0 Bulls, taking them down in that Battle of the North by 18 points, 92-74. The lid well and truly back on at the Stockyard after that humbling loss, but the Bulls do get a chance to respond tomorrow afternoon. That game also live and free on Sky Open. The Bulls up against the Fi. The Fi were good last night against the Airs. Stuck with them for a long, long time, didn't they?
They were indeed. They had the lead most of that first half, and the Airs just ended up through Sam Froling and co pulling away and just sort of dominating that third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Airs got home by 15 in the end, but it was a hard 15. Certainly wasn't an easy ride to the line. Other results so far in the Sal's NBL in round 5. The Rams on the road, they're on the southern swing. They play the Sharks tonight, by the way. They took down the Nuggets on Thursday by 15. And how about that game on Anzac Day night? The Saints and the Hawks, 111-104. That was an absolute beauty. Fitzgerald, that'll go down. Opening points of the third quarter. He'll head to the Chemist Warehouse for the bonus.
And Jonty Kells is having a tough time staying in front. Fitzgerald being able to push the pace and get his feet in the paint and create that one a little too easily.
Which team have you been most impressed by over the first 4.5 rounds of the Sal's NBL?
Look, after being in Wellington and seeing a couple of their games live, I love what they're doing. They're a little chippy at times. They're definitely pushing the pace as we see Kells get into the paint himself and draw contact. And you know what, the Tuatara, that very first game, Tuatara Saints, the Saints just put a whooping on them, and you can see the time it's taken for the Tuatara to get their stuff together and gel a little bit. They've really turned it around from that very first game of theirs.
Walking home from that game on Thursday night, the Saints and the Hawks. Saints got home by 7, as I said, high-scoring game, 111-104, and the Hawks were there the whole way, like the entire way. Had the lead late in the game at stages as well. It was a fantastic performance by the Taylor Hawks. Cooper somehow has found a way through this. Draws a foul in the end from Thomas Gold. I actually thought the way the Hawks played, if it had been maybe 5 or 6 other teams that night, they would have beaten them.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And I love them. I love the fight. They were up and they were down 13 at one stage. Brought it back, brought it back to 1, as we see Cooper with the 3. And then the Saints went on a run. And it really was that game of runs, an absolute battle.
A lot of fun, wasn't it? Huge Anzac Day. It was in the Sal's NBL. Tuatara dominating this one. Sky Broadband Rapid League. Fitzgerald sends it out to McIntosh. Deep underneath, looking for Barrow. Loose ball picked up. Chance, Crate, Gold, Jets come forward. Points have been so hard to come by. Stent has already hit a triple. That one is going to roll over the top. They've added 1 point since quarter time. And
that shot there was pretty good. They got some ball movement. They got an uncontested shot for a guy who can shoot the 3. They just haven't been able to find the basket.
Coming in, the Jets 0-6 in the Rapid League. Tuatara 4-3. What are your thoughts for the Sal's NBL this afternoon coming up after this one?
Look, I think the Tuatara have got a little bit too much depth. You know, it's a tough cover for anyone in the league right now. Rob Lowe is doing an unbelievable job. Right now, he's second in the league in rebounding. He's third in three-point percentage. They got 3 guys averaging over 20.
Yeah.
You know, that is very tough with the Jets. Their 2 imports, Heron and Baxter Jr., both averaging, Baxter Jr. just a tick over 20 and Heron 22.5. Where's the extra scoring punch going to come from for the Jets?
Kiwi James Moore's a couple of weeks away, we believe. They are searching for another import guard. The Jets, no success as yet. They have been very good here at Palmy Arena so far this season, though. Very competitive. Went down to the Airs by 5 and the Hawks by 3. And as we saw against the Saints, the Hawks are no mugs. Silverstein firing away. Can't put it down. Still searching for their first point of the second half. Nice drive, Jackson Kiss.
And you're right, the Jets have been pretty tough at home, but as you can see, more and more people flooding in as this game continues on. And it's just a sea of green in patches. It's really great to see, and that home court advantage is a real thing, particularly when you get the crowd behind you.
Well, we talk about crowds enjoying extra basketball and turning up for the Sky Broadband Rapid League. There'll be over 1,000 people here already, and it'll continue to fill up. Love their hoops in Palmerston North. Very, very passionate and unashamedly green. Let's see if they can get some points here through Jackson Stant, rimmed around, in and out. Gold resets. Silverstein to Gold, little up fake on Barrow. Back to his point guard, nowhere to go. Barrow again, right in the thick of it.
He did a great job moving his feet, staying in front of the guard and forcing a tough shot.
Got to admit, if I was on the wrong side of the law, and I'm not, he's one police officer I wouldn't want to come up against, that's for sure.
No, that's a big man.
Ledger, nice move on the spin back off the glass for 2.
Great patience down low. Kept his balance the whole time.
There we go.
Lachlan Crate finally ticked the scoreboard over for the Jets.
First points in the second half. Only scored 1 in the second quarter. Lachlan Crate with a nice finish. Another trip to the Chemist Warehouse coming up.
It's only their 3rd point in 7 minutes of basketball. Like we mentioned, some decent shots for some people that can shoot in places they want to be. Struggling to find the bottom of the net.
Spoken about this young man here, Jackson Kiss. He's headed back to school on Monday, Auckland Grammar.
Working with Lindsay Tate. Lindsay doing a great job at Auckland Grammar.
Still got a couple of years at school ahead of him as well. He's only 16. Live on Sky Sport over the weekend playing basketball and then heading to school on Monday morning. What a life, eh?
Making sure he gets all his assignments done. I'm sure he's got some books in his bag. As you see, corner 3 a little long from Kells.
Big performance in the Rapid League today from the Tuatara, searching for their 5th win. They're well on the way. McIntosh, nice little pass inside. Ledger ends up. Cooper to Kiss. He can't hit. And now Crate forward to Kells.
The pace of the game has been really, really good. Unfortunately for Manawatu, they just haven't been able to knock too many down. As we see that 3 off.
Well, they're shooting at 15%. So the shots have certainly been there, but the accuracy has not. 3 of 19 shooting by the Jets. Good defense on the buzzer. And that'll do us with a quarter to play. Dominant performance this afternoon in the Sky Broadband Rapid League by the Auckland Tuatara. They're out 36-9. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Miles Pearce is going to take you through some of the key stats at three-quarter time.
Well, one of the things, like you mentioned, the shooting percentage. The Jets have managed to work themselves into some pretty good looks, but 16% at the end of the third. They only scored 3 points in a half of basketball.
Yeah, that's right. 1 point in the second quarter, 2 points in the third quarter.
And unfortunately, when you're going to have games as a team where you just don't get the looks that, well, you get the looks that you want, but sometimes the ball doesn't go down. So how are you going to generate a score? How are you going to generate something at the rim? How are you going to generate a free throw? And right now, the Jets have generated some good looks from three, but they're just not hitting. So what can they do right now to get to the free throw line, to see the ball go through the net?
Well, what I'm surprised about is we've gone through three quarters of this game and we have not had the Jets' #1 fans on screen yet. I don't think I've ever seen a Jets game in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and I haven't seen two very familiar faces.
I'm sure it will happen.
Underway, last quarter.
Luka Richards trying to use some size.
Just looking at his knee there, his right knee, heavily bandaged, isn't it? Big three-pointer from the corner. Micaiah Lambert, the 18-year-old, that certainly helps as they finally reach double digits.
Not known as a three-point shooter, but it's great to see him be able to stretch the floor and knock that down. But you're right, as you go back to Richards, he missed a lot of last season with that knee injury. It's great to see him back on court, but that is a lot of tape. As we saw on Anzac Day, Hiram Harris.
Yeah. With
the leg bandage, we saw him warming up. He had a fair bit of tape under that.
He is a bit of an injury watch to watch this week as well. As Jackson Kiss, again, his aggressive drives to the basket are being rewarded. He's headed back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe and has no fear, does he?
Not at all. I love how shifty he is. He's able to move the defense just a little.
Did you say shifty then?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Shifty.
Sorry.
You know, just able to move the defense a little bit so he can create that downhill, get to the rim.
Second one, 2 from 2 for Jackson Kiss, having a good afternoon.
Let's see what the Jets can come up with through Richards here.
Barrow was happy to sag right off him and wait for him to head into the paint. Crate. Cal, shot clock at 7. Crate. Got Ledger off the floor, leaves it short off the glass. And Josh Ledger is fouled off the rebound. 38-12 with 2:58 to play. Still a fair way to go in this game. Not sure what the record score is in the Sky Broadband Rapid League thus far. I think it sits up at around 49, maybe in danger the way that the team in grey's been going about it.
That could be in danger, and so could the largest scoring margin in a Rapid League game.
All right, let's make it louder this time. Let's go.
Ledger hits the first at the Chemist Warehouse. Should clock up 40 here, and does. I think you'd be pretty spot on the margin. Sits at 28 now. Setting a couple of records perhaps this afternoon for the Auckland Tuatara. Sal's NBL not too far away. Turnover, another one. Ledger has Kiss running with him, goes it alone, draws the foul, and he's headed back to the stripe. And I think after that, Josh Ledger might have just said to Jackson Kiss, yeah, sorry about that. I maybe should have passed that off.
Just going back through some scores, 48-20. Nelson beat Franklin. That's the highest score that I've been able to find.
So 28 we think is the highest margin,
and 48 is the highest score.
And that's exactly, or that margin is exactly what we sit on at the moment. 28 as Ledger misses. Confirming 48 the highest score?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we're chasing this afternoon. 2 minutes 40 to play. Second shot, Ledger misses that as well. So hit 2 of 2, missed 2 of 2, and now he's got it back straight away.
And these are the areas where every team needs to control what's going on. Turnovers, which the Jets have had just a couple too many, and offensive rebounds. And you saw there Ledger grab his own offensive rebound off his own free throw. A little bit of a coach killer.
Shot clock at 9 here on the inbound for the Tuatara. Terrific crowd building up, by the way.
More and more. I'm not sure if McIntosh is aware of the time.
Well, it's at 1. They're not aware of it. None of them were at all. Fitzgerald hadn't looked at the shot clock, and that's an opportunity that goes begging for the Auckland Tuatara. They're at full strength this afternoon. That power-packed starting 5 of theirs.
Oh, it is. You're right. The Tuatara is power-packed starting 5, but if you look here, they got some guys very capable. As we see another score from the Jets, we got some very capable guys here in this group. Jackson, like Ledger, McIntosh, Fitzgerald. That's a pretty good supporting cast to that star-studded lineup.
Here's Will Ledger from the corner, misses everything. Look at Chris McIntosh get after it. Shot clock's going to tick down, though. He's got to fire away. He turns, went deep, and Fitzgerald comes up with it. So offensive rebounds continue to haunt the Jets. And now Fitzgerald wants to get in on the act, and does.
Edging closer to that 48.
42-14. They may come up short.
Couple of missed free throws.
Jackson, corner 3. That looks deep. It is. Here they go. Good handles. Josh Ledger again goes it alone off the glass. Adds 2. 44. Margin at 30. That is a record high margin right now in the Rapid League. Kells stepping around. Brings it back by 2.
And if the Tuatara push the pace a little, they could easily grab that with a couple of good looks.
I'd be impressed if they're aware of everything we're talking about at the moment.
I am sure they're not, and it's probably a good thing so they don't try and force some stuff.
Crate with the foul on Jackson Kiss. And the Tuatara go back to the line. 9 of 14 from the Chemist Warehouse this afternoon. The Jets 2 of 6.
Neither team lining it up from the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
Ruben Fitzgerald and Josh Ledger take a break. Their game seemingly is done. Kiss on the first, goes deep.
Manawatū, we need some more turbans in here. If you don't have one, remember, you have another in your feet.
It's been an interesting season so far for the Jets in the NZNBL as well. 1-5 record, of course. Lost Jasper Rentoy, their import point guard, literally 4 or 5 minutes into the season.
And he looked very good in his opening minutes. It's just such a shame for him after coming off a development year with the Sydney Kings. And they yet to replace him in any position.
Jackson Kiss now, ball on the floor, gets up and off the glass, gets the roll. 47-16, 18 to play.
Let's see if the Jets use their player timeout.
Deep 3.
Let's see if the Tuatara use it.
Lambert with a miss. 4 to play, 3 to play, 2 to play. Cooper for 3, doesn't go down, and that will do us. 47-16. So they record the highest margin we've seen in the Sky Broadband Rapid League at 31 points. They have set one record, and it was pretty dominant. Chemist Warehouse stats. Let's have a quick look at the leading scorers in this one. Josh Ledger ended with 10. Tukaha Cooper, outstanding. Lachlan Crate took a fair bit on his young shoulders, and Josh Ledger, good all-round game.
Yes, it was indeed. Five rebounds there, and you just look at the assist count. That tells a tale of the tape in itself, just the ability for the Tuatara to move the ball.
session began kicking Tuatara, Manawatu, Palmy, are you ready? Put your hands together for opening the games! Yeah! Yeah! Official partners of our team sponsors, shout out to our Steve Tire Services, Edmonton Local, Motels, Sales Industry, Social Media, West Service, Pesticides, Technical Media, Outside, a Team Promo, TCL Group, Basketball 102, the Chef Rental Home, Hard Life, Tennis Fitness, and Legal Place. Shout out to our sponsorship. Table
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic. Cells NBL 2024 is rated E.
Back to the road. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. But I don't care what you do.
Kia ora, nau mai, hara mai, hello and welcome to Fly Palmy Arena. Great to be back in Palmerston North, the Jets and the Tuatara. It's round 5 of the Cells NBL. Great crowd filing in for this one this afternoon. The Green Army, they love their Jets, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them in action here today against the Tuatara. Justin Nelson, Miles Pearce with me as well. It's local stuff for you, but real energy in here today. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. And from the Rapid League game on, people have been pouring in, making some noise already. So really looking forward to this one, and hopefully the crowd can give the homeboys a bit of a boost.
Here's the poll for the viewers, wherever you may be watching on from. There's the QR code. It's free and fun. There's some Cells pizzas up for grabs. And look at those numbers at the moment. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a big percentage going for the Tuatara. Come on, Jets fans, get involved. What do you think on this 48% at 14 plus for the Aucklanders? Your thoughts?
Look, that starting group with the Tuatara is very, very tough. So it's going to depend on how they come out and play. The Jets can come out and play and defend that group, because they are scoring almost all of the points for the Tuatara.
Well, let's have a look at the Cells NBL ladder at the moment. Doubleheader, of course, today. Jets and Tuatara. Sharks and Rams tonight. Looking forward to that one. Saints, with their win on Anzac Day, head to top position on the ladder. The Jets 1-5 in 10th, and they take on the mighty Auckland Tuatara 5-2 on the season. Speaking of upcoming games, it's always busy in the Cells NBL. There's no rest. Sharks and Rams tonight, and a double again tomorrow. Bulls in the Fire, that game also live and free on Sky Open. And how about this one tomorrow night, Miles? The Giants and the Airs. What an absolute beauty to finish off round 5.
That's going to be a huge one. And the Giants took the scalp of the Tuatara when they were down there. That's one of the Tuatara's 2 losses against the Giants. And you can sort of, the other one was against the Saints. That was a 30-point blowout in their opening round. And you can sort of not flush it away, but that you can sort of forget that one. But the Giants, now that they've got all their pieces in,
they
Mike
look good,
Fitchett, yeah, they look very good. Mike Fitchett's doing a great job as coach and GM. Great job recruiting Dan Fotu and some of those imports.
What a starting lineup it is for the Tuatara. It is top shelf stuff. Webster, Glidden, Tarangi, Vidanovic and Lowe. They are an awesome unit. Ruben Tarangi is a star in his own right. Here he is with Miles Pearce.
Welcome to Palmy, Rubes. Coming off a couple of really good games for you and the boys. How do you carry that form into this one?
I think the main thing for us is just focusing on the defensive end. We know we can put up 100 points every game, so just focusing on that defensive end and keeping teams under 80 points.
Speaking of keeping teams scoring down low, Heron's a really tough cover. How are you guys going to deal with him?
I mean, that's the person we've been talking about these last couple of days, so we got a few things for him, and we're just going to switch up the reads every time.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck for tonight.
Well, the Jets are still short a couple of players. James Moore's still overseas, waiting for the young Kiwi to come into town, and of course, no replacement yet for injured import Jasper Rentoy. Here's the starting lineup for the Property Brokers Jets this afternoon. Heron, Scott, Lafayette, Judd and Baxter Jr. There were some injury concerns on Baxter Jr. coming in, but he has passed a fitness test and he is right to go.
Which is great news for the Jets. They really need every single bit of energy and every boost that they can get coming into this one.
Need a lot out of Mustafa Heron this afternoon. Let's catch up with him now.
Hey, year number 2, tough start to the season. How do you take this young squad and hopefully lead them to a victory here tonight?
I think we just go out, take the game one possession at a time, and then play hard every possession. Hopefully, the results are on our favor.
Some tall timber coming in. Corey's playing well as well, shooting the ball well. How do you deal with Tommy Vidanovic, Rob Lowe, and Corey?
They got a team full of veterans, guys that played high-level basketball. So, like I said before, we're just going to try to go in, play hard every possession, take our time, value the ball, and then, hopefully the results are in our favor.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck for this evening.
Has Mustafa created his own top there? Did he cut the sleeves off his own top there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love the cut off.
fashion guru, Chemist Warehouse. Head-to-head for this one today between the Tuatara and the Jets. Here's the tail of the tape. And interestingly, there's not a lot separating them in these four categories.
No, there's not. You're right there. And I think the big one for me, which is not up on the screen at the moment, is the points against. And for that, that's 91.7 for the Jets and only 82 for the Tuatara. They've been getting it done on the defensive end of the floor. So right now, like we talked about, the combined starting group is averaging almost 90 points a game for the Tuatara. So what are the Jets going to do to stop that absolute monster on offense? All
of the stats in the Sal's NBL proudly brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. Well, Liam Judd is a young star on the rise. He's a permanent fixture now in the starting five for the property brokers Manawatu. Jets burst onto the scene last year, of course, in the Sal's NBL, and he is one to watch this afternoon. I had the chance to sit down with him and learn a little bit more about Liam Judd before today's game. Team Green, looking good on you, and you seem to be enjoying your time, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm just grateful to be playing. We've got a good bunch of boys. Yeah, we're just having fun with it. Had a lot of games so far, so yeah, no, we're just looking to have fun every night and yeah, just learn from every game.
It's been a bit of a build-up for you, hasn't it, getting to where you are now, but you're a cemented part of this team, starting five, obviously, and it seems to be suiting you pretty well.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I've inserted into the starting lineup my first game last year, and lucky enough to earn that spot again this year and keep it. So I guess just maintaining that, playing at a high level, and keeping myself accountable as well as the coaching staff keeping me accountable. So I'm just like grateful to be in just playing, but not only playing, but being in the starting five. So
I think amongst the commentary team, we refer to you as a bit of a shadow. You just seem to bob up in all the right places at the right times. Is that a big part of your game? Is it something that you're, skill set, yes, but is it something that you work on?
I guess it's just I've never been sort of the go-to guy to have the ball in my hands, so that it makes it easy for me playing with guys who who can score the ball and get their own shot. So I try to be in the right place at the right time and be sort of an outlet if they can't get their shot off and all that. So it makes it easy for me just to read the game and not demand the ball sort of vibe.
What about the fans here in Palmerston North? It's a crazy bunch. They love their basketball, don't they?
Green Army, man. They're our sixth man. They show out every home game. They're literally, home court advantage means a lot to us. And to have everyone here in green repping us, it makes it a whole lot easier to play at home for sure.
We love what you're doing, mate. You're doing a great job. Well done. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Coin officials for this one: Callum Welsh, Melanie O'Connor and Sam Penn. Gee, it was great to have a chat with Liam Judd earlier today. Just such a famous story. I say famous, funny story. I remember when he burst onto the scene last year. Well, it was round one against the Sharks, and our very own Andrew Mulligan was like, who is this kid? I've never even heard of him. And gee, he's grown since then. He was terrific to sit down and have a chat with.
And there's guys like Liam, because Liam was with the Franklin Bulls, I believe.
He was, yeah.
And they had a great squad, that Bulls team, so he never really got an opportunity. Has moved further south and
really flourished.
Yeah, and it's great to see there. I love to see some hometown guys playing for their hometown and doing really well. But unfortunately, sometimes you got to move. And he's moved and taken that opportunity, grabbed it with two hands and run with it. And he's turning into a star in our league.
And I can definitely see why the Jets fans have thrown their support behind Liam Judd. Pleasant young man, and as I said, terrific to have a chat with earlier this afternoon. Just about set to go in this round 5 clash at Palmy Arena as the Jets step out onto the floor. And hey, they've been competitive in their 2 home games here so far. They went down to the Airs by 5 and to the Hawks by 3. And in both of those games, they were right there with a chance to win.
And this is one of the great benefits of playing at home. They really have done well at home, and now they've just got to turn those close games into some wins to try and move them up the ladder.
Rob Lowe, an imposing force, reigning MVP from season 2023, averaging 21 points and 12 rebounds a game. Also 2.5 triples as well. He's not just an inside presence, he is an outside force as well.
He is, and he's playing so well. Like right now, he is second in rebounding, third in three-point percentage. He's up there for assists per game and points per game. He's just doing a little bit of everything. Can he repeat as MVP?
He's going to go very close. He's definitely one of the stars of the competition. Just signed a fresh contract in the Aussie NBL with Melbourne United. Of course, they took down the Bulls, the previously unbeaten Bulls, on Anzac Day Eve. Packed out crowd on the North Shore. They won that by 18.
Did that in style too.
Underway.
As we see, finally, the Tuatara take control of that one.
Saturday afternoon hoops in the Sal's NBL. And the visitors with the opening possession. Tarangi, nowhere to go on Heron. Webster, creative. Look out for him this afternoon on the turn. Opening points. Low, unable to put it down off the Glidden pass.
As you said, dangerous from three as well as deep.
Pulling up, Baxter Jr. Hello, welcome to Saturday here in Palmerston North.
Don't think there's any knee concerns whatsoever with that pull up.
Pulled the trigger, didn't he? Glidden, low. Vidanovic quickly closed down, fires over Lafayette and drops a triple of his own, 3 apiece.
Former Jet, Tom Vidanovic.
Of course, played, you're right, with the Jets at the 2020 Showdown.
Yes. Making it all the way to the final at the Showdown. But just...
Heron on the turn, back-to-back triples for the Green Army today.
And this is what the Jets need to do. They need to come out and generate some great looks. We see Vidanovic a little short on that one.
6-3 lead. We'll get the score ticker back up for you shortly. 6-3 is the score. Heron back-to-back threes. No, off to the left.
And you know when you're facing the Jets right now, it's very much Heron and Baxter that are going to carry a lot of that scoring load. So what have the Tuatara done to combat that, as we see Rob Lowe?
Tangled up. Mustafa Heron with the foul. You said off air before we came in today that if the Jets are to win this game, they need a combined 60 out of Baxter and Heron.
Well, they're leading right now. They've got 45. They're averaging 45, almost 45 combined. So against a scoring powerhouse like the Tuatara, who are averaging tick over 90 points a game, these guys need to step up, and then you got to get some other teammates stepping in.
Good start for the Jets so far. Is there a foul in there? In fact, there's a double foul underneath. Ken Glidden thought he was struck on the arm on that pass, but there's a double foul underneath the basket. And that's going to be between Lafayette and Vidanovic. So both of them have copped a foul on that, and it's going to be a Jets ball. Well, if they've called a double foul and a team possession or jump off that, the Tuatara had the opening possession, but they've been given the ball here. So
I believe the Tuatara had it still in their possession.
Yep, that's the call.
As we see Lowe long on that one. But even that mismatch, Rob Lowe, Heron trying to guard him and picking up that early foul. If the Tuatara can keep attacking Baxter Jr. and Heron and get them in foul trouble, that's gonna make a long night for the Manawatū Jets.
There's Mustafa Heron, second season with the Jets. Shot clock is down to 3-2 on the step back. Puts it up, puts it in.
An early 5 for Heron.
And an early 5-point lead for the Jets. Glidden, corner, Vidanovic, baseline drive, just muscles Simon Lafayette out the way, adds 2.
I had the privilege of working with Tom Vidanovic last season, and he is an absolute competitor and as strong as an ox.
I've said it many times, one of my favourite players to watch in the Sal's NBL, Tommy V. Just love the way he goes about his craft. Here's Scott, does well off the glass. There's a foul. And it will be a Jets ball. Campbell Scott with the point guard duties these days. Jesper Rentoy, the import point guard out of the Sydney Kings, lasted, what, 4 or 5 minutes into the season before the unfortunate injury?
And we see Tom Vidanovic only last 3 minutes here in this first quarter, picking up his second foul.
So that's a big blow for the Tuatara as Vidanovic sits. Heron with the deep jumper.
and a very capable replacement for his role. Nick Barrow coming in. Saw him in the Rackford League doing his work.
Here he is. Hands it off to Webster. Fires from deep, back of the iron. Rebound, Heron. Jets. Just got a bit of a pep in their step at the moment. I like the start for the team in green. Liam Judd fires from deep. He puts it down. Fist pumps on the sideline. Jets out by 6.
And Judd can be a little up and down in his shooting, but much improved from early on in his career, and keeps improving as we see Nick Barrow.
Yeah, Barrow with the foul on the rebound, locking arms with Campbell Scott. Rob Lowe was given a lot of space on that three-point attempt then. That's something the Jets will want to clamp down on.
It was indeed. And the Tuatara, 3 early fouls, all of them on the rebound, all rebounding fouls. Love the aggression, but they're going to have to rein that in, else the Jets are going to be on the foul line early.
Heron around Lowe, Rob Lowe with the foul. And Mustafa Heron just asked his team to clear out there once he got that switch and that matchup on Rob Lowe. Watch this, everyone else just prepared to let these two go to work. And there's the foul on the drive. Mustafa Heron off to the Chemist Warehouse.
And it's times like that they switch. Rob's a pretty good defender, but you want Heron to be able to give that ball up. So as soon as you see that switch and Heron asking for that clear out, the Tuatara have got to start shrinking the floor and start packing it in. So force Heron to shoot a jumper over Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe, Defensive Player of the Year last season. Heron adds the first from the Chemist Warehouse. He has 6 so far this afternoon. Promising start for Mustafa Heron. Averages a tick under 23 a game. Second one doesn't go down. Lafayette. How good has this young man been this season? There's our favourite fans at Palmerston North. And this is a guy, Simon Lafayette, who has just dug and fought for every opportunity here at the Jets. And his season at the moment is unfolding to be his best yet.
I kind of like Lafayette and Barrow for the same reason. They don't do anything outside of what they can do, and they do that very, very well. And it's great to see him. He had some injury issues last year. It's great to see him back on court play.
8.7 rebounds a game so far this season, 3 offensive rebounds, and we just saw his first of the game there being rewarded. 2 of 2 from the Chemist Warehouse. It's a 14-5 lead to the Jets. Natu Tofele on the sideline. Pretty happy at the moment, you would think.
They'd have to be happy with this. Really good lead. Built up as we see Tarangi taking advantage of a couple of inches and a couple of kilos down in the low post.
Yeah, class, Ruben Tarangi. We had a chat with him before the game. Such an important piece in the Tuatara puzzle.
Off contract, I believe, with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix as Campbell Scott knocks down a triple from the top.
Well, we know how deadly Campbell Scott is from deep. And we often see him in games hit 2 or 3 of those in a row. So look out for that. Webster looking to answer. Rebound. Lafayette got hands to it first. Campbell Scott up the floor. Here is Lafayette. Heron with some space. Steps around. Fires away. Leaves it short. Margin at 10.
And you just wonder if the Tuatara can't get an extra score or 2 and stop as we see Ledger grab his own, grab a little rebound from Tukaha's miss. What will Coach Aaron Young do? Will there be a timeout coming? He's already been forced to make some subs based on some fouls. So what will he do as this game keeps rolling? Campbell
Scott with the foul. Lockie Craig stepping onto the floor for Simon Lafayette. Here's Josh Ledger. 2 fouls early for Tom Vodanovic. Cam Glidden also sitting at the moment. Ledger makes the first.
And 2 for Nick Barrow as well. Thinning out that big man rotation.
Even though Vodanovic is off early, he's certainly not sitting idle. He's up on the bike at the moment.
The thing with Vodanovic is he can come back in, he can get going. And if he gets going, he has got an absolute flamethrower of a shot. And we've seen it before. He hit 10 threes in the shootout.
For the Jets. I remember that night. What an outstanding showing that was. Violation on the second shot gave another opportunity for Josh Ledger, and he converts, so an important point there. It's been the Jets lifting off from the runway early here this afternoon. Sal's NBL Saturday action. Baxter Jr. opened us up. That one long, but look out. Oh, Lockie Crate. He'd love to take that one back, missed the opportunity, and then commits the foul. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Look at this, it just opened up for the young man. Frustration for Lockie Crate. 2 points goes begging.
And Crate was called for a foul there.
Manawatū Tofale, what's in his third season here at the Jets?
Fourth, I believe.
Gee, they'd love a win here today. Fitzgerald corner
three. The Jets' only win coming, that 13-point win coming against a slightly undermanned Sharks. They're looking for their first win later on today.
Yeah, they play tonight against the Rams. The Rams on the southern swing took down the Nuggets on Thursday. Oh, look out, Campbell Scott
being able to create some havoc, get feet and paint, little football carry and finish at the rim over Rob Lowe.
Turnover nearly for Baxter Jr. What an excitement machine the man is from Tallahassee. Troy Baxter Jr., championship winning player with the Canterbury Rams in 2023. He's gone from red to green in 24.
And has some highlights along the way.
Tarangi wide open. Can't complete. Scott with the rebound. He's actually a really good rebounder, Campbell Scott.
He is growing up with a couple of older brothers. Older brother Lachlan was a part of the junior Tall Black squad.
I think Rob Lowe's been done here for a little bit of a push on Liam Judd. We'll just check this. That'll be his second. He has. So pushing foul on Rob Lowe, and that's his second. So Nick Barrow's going to step back in. Rob Lowe, not a happy camper at the moment, having plenty to say to the coin officials.
We see that Scott finish over Rob Lowe just a couple of plays ago.
I'm fairly sure with Tyrell Harrison back in Australia now, I think Campbell Scott is actually the leading rebounder for this Jets team.
If it's not Scott, it could be Lafale.
Yeah, you're right.
They could be
crept up.
He may have crept up, but Campbell Scott, you're right, great rebounder from the guard position. As we see Baxter Jr. get every piece of the rim, but the ball doesn't go in. Tarangi directing traffic.
So margin at 8. Tuatara under some early pressure here. This Jets team has come out with some fight and vigour. Baxter Jr., gee, I'm not sure about that. He looked to have pulled the chair then. Called for a hands foul in there. And let's have a look at this on the GJ Gardner replay. Maybe out there's the arm wrapping around.
That left arm.
Like we do, they would concede that one. Lafayette 7.2 rebounds a game. Campbell Scott 5.5.
There you go. Not far off. And without James Moores here and without an extra import, you know, it's an opportunity for those guys to step up. And Harrison was such a huge part of what they did in those opening couple of games. And you're right, being called back to, he had already signed a contract with an NBL 1 club in Brisbane.
He was meant to be here for 4 games, but got called back after 3.
So that was unfortunate for the Jets because he was playing very, very well.
He He's averaging 15 rebounds a game. That's how well he was going.
Looking forward to seeing the big Kiwi play for the Bullets. He's got a new teammate, Tohi Smith-Milner, who was announced not long ago.
Liam Judd pulls up, goes over the top, adds 2. This is a hot start.
It is, but we mentioned like how are we going to get it done defensively? Right now, the Jets are getting it done by committee and doing a very, very good job keeping this high-scoring, potent offense down to only 13 points so far in the first quarter.
Shooting at about a 60% clip on the Chemist Warehouse stats as well. Tarangi has been busy early off the glass, doesn't go down. And the Jets come up with it. Liam Judd on the move. Baxter Jr. pulls up, fires away. Back of the iron, but they get it back. Another offensive rebound for the Jets. Judd from the corner.
2 of 2 for Judd.
Timeout for the Tuatara. We probably expected it a few minutes ago, but right now they're staring down the barrel of a 12-point early deficit. Let's not talk about the Aucklanders. Let's talk about the team in green. What a start from the Jets.
And like you said, they are shooting the ball and shooting the ball very, very well. 4 of 7 from 3, nearly 60% overall.
Don't forget, fans out there, keep an eye on those free throws.
Lots to like about the Jets today.
There is indeed, and you know, for the Tuatara, they got their struggles, only 33% from the floor, and they really are getting their butts kicked in transition, and you know, guys getting out. We saw that very first play. Baxter Jr. just dribbles down, shoots a transition 3.
Some pressure on Aaron Young and the Tuatara. Let's just quickly bring up the ladder for you in the NZNBL. Coming into this game here this afternoon. Round 5, of course, and you'll see that the Jets desperately need a win. They're 1-5 on the season, sitting in 10th. If they can get this one today, all of a sudden, they jump right back up into the mix. Of course, it is a final 6. Tuatara sitting in 3rd. And we're waxing lyrical about the Jets right now because I think everyone coming in thought this was going to be a bit of an easier game. There's no easy game. I shouldn't say that in the NZNBL. They're all hard, but maybe a comfortable afternoon. But right now, they've got their work cut out.
They do indeed. A couple of early fouls on the bigs from the Tuatara. Take those guys out of the rotation. A poor shooting quarter so far for the Tuatara, and the Jets are hot. Jets are white hot.
Some real energy in the hangar. Vodanovic back out there on 2 fouls. Keep an eye on that one. Webster, he's got to get going. That'll certainly help Corey Webster.
And the Jets had their issues in the Rapid League, just couldn't score. Tuatara, the same sort of thing. They managed to run a great set and get Corey Webster right on the rim. See that ball go through.
His first points of the game, and that happened while Mustafa Heron was taking a break. I can tell you now on the next whistle, he's coming back. Oh, what a move, Troy Baxter Jr. All class. Webster ends up with Tarangi for 3. No rebound. Lafayette strong in front of Vodanovic.
Hey, great extra pass for the Tuatara. Couldn't knock it down. The Jets fire right back.
Baxter Jr. This man is on fire.
One of the highest scoring quarters for the Jets. As they light up 30 is Vodanovic short on a 3.
And here they come again. 30-15, they want more. Campbell Scott off to the right, rebound, Vodanovic. Baxter Jr. out to 9 in the game. 2 back-to-back baskets for him. 30 seconds to play. Webster trying to get busy. That's his shot.
It is, and he's been doing that and getting that shot for a long time at all kinds of different levels.
One shot chance here, you think, for the Jets. They'll hold this up for as long as they can. Campbell Scott, he's got 10 now. Calls up Baxter Jr., he floats through. In the corner, Lafayette bodies in on Baxter, big step off the glass. Oh, Simon Lafayette, this crowd is up and about. The Green Army making some noise. What an opening 10 from them. And at quarter time, they lead by 15. What a start. 32-17 Jets over the Tuatara.
Very quick competition ahead of us. We've already got our teams. All right. one. At this side of the court, we've got Nina on the left side, we've got Bradley on the right side. They have 30 seconds to get as much shots as they can. As soon as they get one shot in the hoop, they have to run back to Benny, the beer, and grab one pizza. All right? So, who's going to start our clock? Who's the button? Chris. All right, we're going to start it from 3, 2, 1, go! Pound, Brad. Pound, buddy. Yes, they've got one down. That's one pizza. Come on, Nina. You might have to pick her up and give her a bit of a boost over there, I think. Let's go, Red. Come on, buddy. Yes, she's got 2. And here you go. 4, 3, 2, 1. And burn. Oh. Manawatū, another round of applause. Well done. Thank you for pictures, buddy. Shout out to our competitors. Hope you all enjoyed the game. See you on the next call.
No more hoke mai. Welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena. Well, the aircraft carrier has rolled into town this afternoon and the Jets have taken off. What a start by the team in green, 32-17. Quite outstanding. Chemist Warehouse stats are all lining up in favour of the home team. Miles Pearce.
Look, the tail of the tape, 61% to 37. 5 offensive rebounds for the Jets, total of 14, to a total of 5 rebounds total for the Tuatara. We see Tukaha Cooper get a deflection, knocked action backdoor. And then only a single turnover for the Jets. I say that, they get their second, and 6 fouls on the Tuatara.
And importantly, those fouls on Rob Lowe with 2, Tom Vodanovic with 2, and Nick Barrow with 2. So the big fellas, the tall timber for the Tuatara on foul watch after 1 quarter. Here's one of them, Rob Lowe on Baxter Jr. Spins backwards. Was there contact? Doesn't matter. Gets it back and puts it down for 2. So a better start to this second quarter for the Auckland Tuatara.
And you'd think with the experience of this Tuatara group, they're not going to panic. They understand the situation they're in. They're going to be able to chip away, grind out some stops, and get some easy buckets like that right at the rim.
Short on the shot, Mustafa Heron. Here comes Corey Webster. Has hit a couple of baskets. Great pass, Rob Lowe, and here we go. Timeout Jets. So just like that, 101 into the second quarter. The Tuatara have brought it back to 11, but importantly, they've come out and they've forced some pressure back onto this Jets after their hot start.
They have indeed. They've come out with an absolute purpose and they know exactly what they're running and how they're going to get it. I love the fact that they're going inside to Rob Lowe, because without a guy like Tyrell Harrison, who, as we talked about, heading back to Brisbane, there's no one in this Jets lineup right now that can match the height and size of some of the guys at the Tuatara.
Earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, big winners. The Auckland Tuatara 47-16 over the Jets. The biggest win, biggest margin we've seen so far in the exciting Sky Broadband Rapid League. 3 games to come after this one in round 5 of the NZNBL. Sharks and Rams tonight. Stick around with us on Sky Sport for that one. And then tomorrow, another doubleheader. Bulls and the Fire, the Sunday afternoon game, also live and free on Sky Open. And then what a way to finish tomorrow night. Giants v Airs.
I think that's going to be a great game.
I'm with you. Right there with you. Giants have beefed up. They look good. The Airs with a win last night against the Fire. Didn't have it all their own way in that one.
No, they didn't, but I love the fact that they were able to, what Sammy Mack and the Airs are doing, able to put some pressure on the Fire and come away with a big road win. Back
underway. And the Jets respond to a couple of early baskets from the Tuatara. Mustafa Heron, Tarangi tracking him down. Campbell Scott, he's a flamethrower. Webster closing the gap right out there on him. Shot clock at 2, finds some space, goes from deep. Doesn't get the drop. Rebound, Rob Lowe.
That's a better defensive possession. The Tuatara didn't switch as much. Able to contain the dribble, as we see Vodanovic just given too much space.
Over Lafayette too.
You've got to be up. The scouting reporter's got to be saying take away Vodanovic's space. He's not one of the guys you want to get going. 7-zip
start. And again, the Jets miss. So this game is completely turned around in the last 2 minutes. The experience of this Tuatara starting unit back on the floor together. Tarangi, Vodanovic fires away back to back. It's deep, but it doesn't matter. He's headed off to the Chemist Warehouse for 3.
And I love what the Tuatara did. Came out, got a couple of easy ones in the paint, been able to put some pressure on the Jets defense, and then paint to kickouts. Vodanovic with 2 good looks.
Well, history says at least 2 of these 3 going down. Vodanovic, 67% this season from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Statistically.
Which means he's going to hit the next 2.
There we go.
So all of a sudden the Jets being asked some questions. Vodanovic. Ooh. My apologies to Tommy V and all the Tuatara fans. 3rd one goes down. That 67% drops to 33.
I'm sure he'll make up for that later in the game. Knock down a couple, get that percentage back up.
Importantly, it's an 8-0 start. And that pass is over the top of Baxter Jr. So what's gone wrong? They came in flying, didn't they? 32 in the opening quarter. Since then, it's been all the Tuatara.
It has, and the Tuatara have cleaned up the glass.
And a turnover on that pass from Tarangi.
The Tuatara have cleaned up the glass, and they're making some shots now. Only 37%, as we said at the end of the first quarter. 61%. That was white hot.
It's dropped to 52%. You just feel, though, if the Jets can get one, that confidence returns pretty quickly. Who's it going to come from? Heron on Webster. Great defense from the 35-year-old tall black star, Corey Webster. Scott for 3. Short. Just kept in play. Lockie Crate did well. That pass is too deep, though. They turn it over again. 1 turnover in the opening quarter. And they've already had a couple in this second.
And you love the effort there from Crate tracking down that offensive rebound. You know, threw it a little deep, turnover. The pick and roll on the wing pick and roll. Heron throws it just over the top of Baxter Jr. The turnovers, while no turnover is a good turnover, they've been pretty good looks. You know, as we said, talking of good looks, Glidden knocking down a 3.
Deep 2 first points for Cam Glidden this afternoon. Margin back to 5. 10-0 start to the second. Turnover. Vodanovic. Heron in front of him, uses his body well. Heron with the foul. Down the arm is the call. And Vodanovic will head back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Let's look at this again. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Not a lot of contact, just a scrape, but enough.
And this is an important one. Heron's second foul. He is doing a great job creating for himself and his teammates. If he gets into foul trouble and they have to sit him, where is the offense going to come from for the Jets?
32 points in the opening 10 minutes, 0 points in the next 3 and a bit. And importantly, what the Tuatara have done here on this 10-0 run, they have kept the crowd out of it.
They have. The only time the Jet crowd has been a little bit more into it when Tom's missed some free throws. 2 of 5 in his last 2 trips.
Well, Jets have to score here. Heron takes it upon himself and leaves it well short. He officially burnt about 2.5 seconds off the shot clock then.
He looked up at the clock. He thought that was something different. I'm sure of it.
He's having a bit of a laugh with Tommy V. No laughing matter at the moment for the Jets, though. Glidden inside. Great decision to Lowe. Looked to shoot. Dumped it off inside to the big fella.
Glidden has so much gravity as a shooter. You got to close out, and he's such a space creator, which is so good for the Tuatara offense. I'd like to see him be a little more selfish and shoot a couple more.
Margin was 15 at quarter time. It's back to 2. Whatever Aaron Young said at quarter time, which no doubt came with a fair bit of aggression, it's worked. There he is, the Tuatara coach.
I'm sure he was kind and polite and very level-headed.
What world are you living in? Baxter Jr. hands it back to his point guard. Campbell Scott, the boy from Fielding, has Vodanovic in front of him. Slips, steps inside, floats it. No, well to the right. Bad miss. They could take the lead here. Lowe is fouled. Liam Judd called for the contact. And I think this crowd, just looking around, good crowd it is too here today, they're just in stunned silence right now. What's changed?
Well, the Tuatara have been able to take the air out of the ball just over, like a second over 4 minutes. And the Jets haven't been able to put the ball in the basket. They haven't been able to get to the free throw line.
Well, they've grounded the Jets completely. That's what they've done.
And we're back to a tied ball game.
Quite amazing. 15-0 run to start this second quarter. Jets haven't scored. After a 32-point opening quarter, the Jets have lost all momentum. Heron, can he change it? Yes, finally.
Able to take advantage of a very good spin move down low.
Webster works off the body of Vodanovic. Goes on the young man Crate now. Drops it onto his boot. Deep pass, hard one for Baxter Jr. and he can't keep it in. And on that, we're going to get a second timeout for Ngātu Tofale and the Manawatu Jets. Led by 15 at quarter time. That margin is back to 2. They could probably do with a couple of large Brooklyns at the moment. Just a little bit of a powwow around some pizza always goes down delightfully. $40, that's this week's special, with thanks to our great friends at Sal's New York Authentic Pizza.
And I think you're right, this is the second time out. And the first one from Coach Tafale came early in this quarter. But my question is, what will the Jets run to try and get a really good look? And are they all on the same page knowing this? And this is for any team. If we're really in a hole, we can't score, what are we running, for who, what are we trying to get? And I just don't know if they've been on the same page. And the Tuatara, that was them in the first quarter. And right now they've come out in the second quarter. They've been very methodical with what they're doing.
Well, about 5 or 6 minutes ago, this man on screen right here, you can see the veins popping from his forehead. On this occasion, calm, collected.
Calm and collected. That's Coach Young in a calm, collected manner.
So we're at 2, midway through the second. And I know you can't pick it up through our commentary microphones, but we've got the Jets bench not too far away from us. And the coaching staff are fuming right now. Another 2, Tarangi ties it back up. And it's just looking all too easy for the Tuatara right now. 17-point quarter for them so far.
I'll still be looking out there.
On the flip side, a 2-point quarter for the Jets. Lacking cohesion. Heron does well, gets to the basket. Of course, Tommy Vodanovic already has 2 fouls. He just stepped out there.
He did a good job considering the fact that he has 2 fouls.
Look out. Way too much time for Rob Lowe. Jets survive one there.
And Rob has had a couple of great looks like that.
I'll tell you what, Campbell Scott's going to get out of trouble here. foul on Tarangi. There was a little bit of a hook there. The coin official, Callum Welch, is on the other side of it here. Watch this. Just watch the hook. Right there. And the coin official was on the wrong side. Saw the body contact.
And Scott did a good job throwing his head back and selling that a little.
I think that's Tarangi's second foul as well. So he takes a seat. Judd. Heron. Heron's got 10 in the game. Scott. Webster closes him down very quickly. Scott skipping to the basket, gets the friendly roll.
Going with the running hook. That's a great drive and finish by Scott. Keeps the scoreboard ticking over for the Jets.
He's up to 7. Webster, it opens up for him. Takes on Campbell Scott. Nearly finished it off too. Good defense in the end. Baxter Jr. That pass just way too hot. And the turnovers mounting up for the Jets in this quarter. They have 7.
As we've got a timeout, and they only had 1 in the first quarter, as we get a timeout here from the Tuatara.
And that pass is just way off the mark to Mustafa Heron. Poor play from Troy Baxter Jr. Got to tell you, we see it all when we come to Palmerston North, don't we? The fans just are awesome. Green machine, they dress up. Look at this.
You know, that could just be an alien. You don't know. It might not be an outfit.
That is more energetic than Casey Frank, who, I've got to tell you, only has 1 speed, flat out. Gotta love it. We might just scan around the crowd here. Can we scan around the crowd? There we go. We've seen the alien, who's having a wonderful afternoon here at Fly Palmy Arena. Let's get a couple of other shots of the crowd. Can we have a look at some green in the crowd? Because there's plenty of it. There we go. Rob Lowe won't be liking the green at the moment. Margin at 4. There's been some sort of a fight back though, hasn't it, from the Aucklanders?
It has, but they've managed to bump their percentage up from 37 to 48 right now.
I'll be very disappointed if our green alien doesn't make the Sal's Hoop Edge show during the week. I'll be really disappointed.
Need to talk to the people in charge. Producer Isaiah Smiler, I hope you're listening.
Low. Inside, outside, quick hands, Glidden. Vodanovic, who is fouled and is on the way to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for a 4-point play.
And just some great ball movement. As you see, Vodanovic a little slow to get up, but gets there eventually.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. Let's just have a look at this again on the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. It's a bad foul to commit. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't know that there's a player in the league who gets to the line on a 4-point play more than Tom Vodanovic. I've seen it a few times this season.
Yeah, and I mean he didn't knock the 3 down, but he's been fouled on 2 3-pointers just in this 1 quarter alone.
Well, he knocked down the 3 on this occasion.
Yes, he did.
Chance.
There's the 4-point play.
And misses. He's having a bad day, isn't he, from the Chemist Warehouse? Not his best work this afternoon. We're back to 1. Heron, Baxter Jr. in the corner. Keep an eye on him.
A little Spanish action.
Sends it back to Scott, to Judd. He's already hit a couple from the corner.
That was a great action from the Jets there. Screen the screener on the on-ball. As we see Webster a little long.
Closeout on him was pretty good then. Just made the shot a little tougher. Heron, head back, gets the drop. Draws the foul. Mustafa Heron, the double fist pump. 12 for him.
His change of speed is really good as you see him throw the head back.
Tukaha Cooper with the foul, heads to the bench. And although they led by 15 at quarter time, Tuatara leveled it back up, I should say, a few minutes ago. all of a sudden this Jets team has just found a bit more, haven't they?
They have. When they found it at the right time, like you mentioned, 15-0 run from the Tuatara. The Jets have been able to create some looks.
It's been an 8-5 run since that 15-0 run. Now a 9-5 run by the Jets. So they've answered. Hope you're enjoying it. Justin Nelson, Miles Pearce with you this afternoon. The first of two in the Sal's NBL. Another Saturday double, Sharks and Rams to come tonight. Webster, deep two, classy.
I don't know if there's anyone in the league that's as tough in the mid-range. Maybe Daron Rokawa that is tough in the mid-range as Corey Webster.
That's a good call. You get Daron around those elbows. Here he is, Corey Webster, right on cue with a steal and a finish. So Corey Webster doing Corey Webster things, ties it back up at 41 apiece. I think that's the 7th turnover of the quarter for the Jets. Heron, Baxter Jr. unsighted at the moment. Heron pulls up.
Jets going back to that Spain action.
Oh, contact there. Flop called on Campbell Scott. Webster for three. Oh, C-Web. Mark it down.
Might have been sick of us talking about his mid-range game, showing us the full package.
Just love the little strut afterwards as well. Such a great play to watch.
A little home run trot.
And they lead by 3. 15 down, 3 up. Campbell Scott twisting, turning, in and out. I'll tell you who's not seeing the ball at the moment, Troy Baxter Jr.
No, he hasn't. As you see, Rob Lowe, great catch, great find, and one.
Well, Corey Webster has just turned this game on its head in the last couple of minutes. TJ Gardner-Holmes replay just set the table for big Rob Lowe.
What a luxury as a point guard to be able to come down and have some great screen guys like Vodanovich and Lowe. Both very, very capable of getting on the rim and picking and popping.
29-9 second quarter by this team. Quite impressive. Tested early. The fight back has been terrific to watch. If you're a Tuatara fan, as Barrow steps back out.
With only a minute to go, Coach Young probably doesn't want to risk Vodanovich picking up an extra foul.
I'm surprised he hasn't sat Rob Lowe as well. Maybe brought in one of the youngsters just to make sure there's no third foul on his star centre. Campbell Scott, and now finally they go to Troy Baxter Jr. Don't feel like we've seen him for the last few minutes. Around Fitzgerald, stuck in the corner, great defense. Nick Barrow stepping across on the double has forced another turnover.
And that's what I was talking about earlier when Heron had Rob Lowe guarding him. You saw there, Baxter Jr. starts going to work and everyone starts creeping towards the ball.
Lowe for 3. That one off to the left. Heron trying to respond. He's had a good outing so far. Takes on Barrow, sends it out. Errant pass looking for Lachlan Crate. And the turnovers are mounting up for the Jets. What did they have at quarter time? One turnover. They've got them at 8 on the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet. I reckon that's one short. I reckon they've got 9 in the game now. And I think the Tuatara will go a player timeout here. They do. So they'll advance the ball with 23.1 to play.
That will give the Jets one more as the shot clock, as they advance and the shot clock goes down to 14. That'll give the Jets a little bit of time to play with if they can secure the ball for their own player timeout.
What have you made of the Tuatara in this second quarter? Outstanding.
They've done a great job just securing the rebounds. The rebound count was very skewed, as we mentioned. 5 offensive rebounds to the Jets in the first quarter and only 5 rebounds total for the Tuatara. They've been able to up their shooting percentage and take control of the glass.
So 14 on the shot clock, ball advances. 22 on the game clock. Let's see what they can do out of this player timeout. Cam Glidden actually said, coming out of player timeouts, they're not that good. He ends up with the shot here. And Lowe reaching in over the top. Foul is actually going to be on Mustafa Heron. He can't believe it.
No, that was on the box out, I believe.
He can't believe it. Trudging to the sidelines, Mustafa Heron, that's his third. Rob Lowe at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. How did you see that? What's your view on that?
Heron was trying to push Lowe out on a box out.
I wonder if there was a hold there.
Possibly a hold. Rob's a large man to deal with on the glass.
Maybe that's what it was. Mustafa Heron takes a seat. He's got 3. So things have gone from absolutely awesome for the Jets. Player timeout. It's been a bit of a train wreck, hasn't it, in this second quarter? Look at the crowd. They just lost all influence and voice in this game.
And they are quite a vocal crowd, but
couldn't shut them up in the first quarter.
No, there hasn't been a whole lot to cheer about in what has been a stunning quarter by the Tuatara.
31-9. That's how stunning it's been.
2 missed free throws. Don't forget.
So 7 seconds to play out in this second quarter. Jets are going to look to come up with something late out of the player timeout. Let's see what they can do. Target right across the floor. Crate pulls up off the dribble, and that doesn't go down. Rebound Rob Lowe. That will count if it goes down, and I'll tell you what. It was very, very close. Stunning stuff here at Fly Palmy Arena. Tuatara down by 15 at quarter time. Head into the half. At 7 up, Mustafa Heron, 13 points for the Jets. 3 Tuatara starters in double digits, Webster, Lowe and Vodanovic. And all of a sudden, the visitors have their tail up. Miles Pearce has Campbell Scott with him. Let's head down to the sidelines now.
Start for you guys, a few struggles in the second. How do you get back to that form of the first quarter?
Yeah, I think we just got to slow it down a little bit. I think we're rushing it and we're taking bad shots, so they're putting a bit more pressure on us, so we just have to maintain what we had in the first quarter, really, and then get back to that.
A quiet quarter for Baxter, a quiet half for Baxter Jr. How do you get him more involved?
Yeah, I think we've got to get him more in transition, just look for him, get going, get on the rim a bit more. I think probably settling a little bit with jump shots, but if we can get him back on the rim, that'll be good for us.
Awesome. Good luck in the second half. We got Tom Vodanovic from the Tuatara. Tom, welcome to Palmy. You guys are not a great start, but unbelievable second quarter. How'd you guys? What was the message from Aaron Young in that quarter break?
We just got to be so much better. O-boards, little things, miscommunication on switches, stuff that we work on. We knew they're going to be go screening, they're going to be doing all those little things, and we just came in and weren't ready for it. So they punched us in the face, and yeah, we're glad we sort of, got a bit of a rock up and then came back and did it better the next quarter.
Coach Aaron Young would never rock that up. Hey, a little bit of foul trouble for in your group. What do you?
Alpine skiing to athletics.
Well,
we just got to be better, be more disciplined. I think both me and Robbie both had one dumb foul out there, and if you have one dumb foul, you only get 5, so don't waste them.
There you go. Hey,
so we've got to be a bit better.
Good luck and knock some free throws down in the second half.
A little bit of a jab in there from female punching people in the face. Miles Pearce, a little bit of a jab there on the free throws for Tommy V. But he's been a part of a big comeback in that second quarter. The Tuatara lead by 7 at the half. Chemist Warehouse stats on the other side of the break.
How do you get involved with Special Olympics, Manawatū?
Well, if you just go to our web, there's a web page, Facebook page, Special Olympics Manawatū. You can get involved there and just get in touch with the coordinators.
Excellent. Hope you their fans. Now, do you need to be good at sports or sports coaching to join?
No, if you're getting involved as an athlete, Special Olympics is quite unique in that it offers all different abilities. So everything from learning to play the game, whatever the game may be, right the way through to top level stuff. So no, you don't have to be a good athlete. You just have to, I guess, want to play a sport. As long as you want to play, that's all we need.
Thank you so much for those answers and questions, my friend. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy your night. Thanks, buddy.
Round a couple of rounds ago, and just great to see so many people enjoying basketball. Tell you who's not enjoying basketball at half-time. Wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall. I'd love to be a fly on the wall, actually, for the Manawatu Jets. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats to the half. And what an outstanding start it was from the Property Brokers Jets here this afternoon. But, gee, the Tuatara, they took that punch in the face, as Tommy Vodanovic said to you, Miles, and they've come back hard, haven't they?
They really have, and they've turned it around. And these stats tell a lot, but the big telling one for me is the percentage. Tuatara sitting on 37% at the end of the first. They've managed to climb up to 51%.
To say hi, Eliza.
Jets 61%. Have dropped to 46%, and they did it. The Jets doing a great job on the glass. 5 offensive rebounds in the first, and only 1 turnover. That's flipped around. 1 offensive rebound, 8 turnovers.
Well, just to add to that, the Jets have scored no points off turnovers. The Tuatara have scored 12 points off turnovers. Some birthday cheers going on here in Palmy this afternoon. A very happy birthday to this young fan, and got the support cast behind as well. Benny.
That is Eliza. That is her 11th birthday today.
There you go. Happy birthday. All played out live on Sky Sport as well. Halftime here. Tuatara lead by 7. Third quarter coming up after this.
All right, where are all our kids at? We're going to have a dance-off. Where's all the kids? If you're up the top, if you're at the back, if you're upstairs, if you're downstairs. Come down here where I'm standing right now. We're going to have a dance-off. Hey, yo, DJ, put that music on, my man. With the kids, put them on. All right, we're going to have a dance-off, but I'm going to wait for Emma because she's got the prizes. Where's she at? All right, Emma's going to watch our bouncer. Thank you for coming.
Coming up later tonight, the Sharks and the Rams. The Jets with some work to do here. They had a hot start. They've now got to deliver in this second half. Let's go back to our viewer poll. Free and fun to enter. Some Sal's pizzas up for grabs. Mixandpick.com. Who do you think is going to win the game and by how much? Those stats have stayed pretty much true to the Tuatara. Tell you what though, Miles Pearce, there would have been a lot of people worried at quarter time if they had to back the Tuatara, but seemingly this very experienced team has got themselves back on track.
Yeah, they have, and Tommy V was right. Breakdowns and scouts said we knew what they were going to do. They did what we expected, and they didn't react accordingly. So great to see them make some adjustments, and Darren Young politely would have reminded them. And so now it's just up for them to continue on what they built in that second quarter. For the Jets, it's about trying to get that form back from the first.
Glenn Lama and Casey Frank on duty tonight in the Deep South. Rams on the southern swing have already taken care of business against the Nuggets. What about the start to the season for the Sharks? 0-6, desperate.
They are.
To open their winning account, aren't they?
They are indeed, and they've just been a little undermanned, you know, replacing an import early in the season, and Alonzo Burton going down in game one, and Braden Inga not back from his season overseas. That's some talent right there that they are short of.
I think both are still a couple of weeks away. Lowe doubled in the post, Webster with some space, Baxter Jr. Webster now stepping back over the top, can't deliver. Scott comes up with the rebound.
And it's those you mentioned earlier, Scott being a great rebounder. It's those little long ones that he really chases down and chases down well.
Scott around Lowe, Baxter Jr. back to Scott. Gee, I'll tell you what, he was just on the other side of the court. Campbell Scott, nippy.
Did a lot of work there. Unfortunately, couldn't get it to go down.
He's got some work to do on Webster now. Corey Webster's second quarter. Excellent. Cam Glidden opens up the scoring in the third. His first triple of the game. He moves to 5 points. Just margin out to 10.
Just a breakdown defensively. Trying to switch a little too early with Glidden. Doesn't need that much room to get off his shot, and that was way too much for him.
Heron, 13 for him in the opening half. Baxter Jr. had 9.
Don't forget, fans, just go down with the 2 free
Bordanovic for 3. Can't complete. Here comes Baxter Jr. in transition on Rob Lowe. That's travel. Turnover.
All right.
And the Jets, like we mentioned, did such a good job in that first quarter looking after the ball.
And this is why Rob Lowe is reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Watch this. Did everything right.
Yep. Stays in his defensive cylinder, keeps backing up, walls up and forces a tough one, and there's a tough shot for Corey Webster. Getting that mid-range to go.
Opening 2 baskets of this third quarter go the way of the Tuatara, and all of a sudden, they're out to a 12-point lead now.
Tuatara really put the clamps on in that last quarter, and here to start the game as we see Glidden with a tip. Keeps it alive.
Great work by the Aussie to Vodanovic. Timeout straight away by the Jets. Natu Tofale has seen enough. They dominated the opening 10 minutes. The next 12 has belonged to this team, the Auckland Tuatara, as Tofale takes a seat and just tries to get his team back playing with confidence.
And the scary thing for the Tuatara is they've still got 2 import spots open, and Charlie Dalton to come back into the lineup in the next week or 2.
News is Charlie Dalton will play next round. So,
and Charlie Dalton had a great season last year. Was able to do a number of things to help this Tuatara squad. He's a little bit of a can-do-it-all man.
Tuatara next Saturday night take on the Hawks.
And that's even more talent coming in. And I'm not an accountant, so I'm not going to figure out how they could get 2 imports back into this roster, but they've got 2 import spots available.
Yeah, not sure that they've got the cap space, but Charlie Dalton, of course, will come in as an amateur, being a collegiate player. And a handy addition as well. He had a very good season last year.
He did indeed. Part of the junior tall black group that unfortunately never got to go anywhere, but named in that 12.
If you're a Jets fan and you're wondering what is ahead for you, in round 6, Baxter Jr. on the turnaround. He's badly needed some points, hasn't he? The Jets back home next Sunday take on the Saints.
All right, come on, Manawatu.
And the Saints are playing very well at the moment.
Yeah, nice.
Lafayette. Margin at 12. There's Baxter Jr. again. Fires for 3. That one short on the ring.
Come on, don't forget about those clappers.
That early screen in transition.
Oh, what about that? Webster to low to Vodanovic. Made it look so easy.
The Tuatara coming into this game were 2nd in assists per game at just a tick over 19. They do a wonderful job sharing the ball. And watching them play, it looks like they don't care who scores, they just want to win.
Vodanovic with the foul, that's his 3rd. Replay here, Lafayette just dumps it off to the cutting Scott. And Vodanovic catches him on the arm.
No, I believe that was on, they called that on Corey Webster, so Vodanovic still with the 2.
Jeez.
Lucky for Donnie
Well,
there.
Tommy V will be happy because he put his hand up straight away and said, yep, that was me. No problems. If the foul is there, I'm happy to own up to it. When you don't want a foul, you get one, and when you do want a foul...
Yeah.
Margin back to 12. Campbell Scott, 9 points in the game. Glidden has already hit a triple this quarter, hits another, look out. The flamethrower himself, the Aussie, Cam Glidden.
And the Jets defense trying to help in on that drive from Corey Webster, giving Glidden just a known shooter. Too much space.
Heron. Again, that turn of speed around onto the left adds 2.
Come on!
Low. He goes from long range now. Coach Tofale urging his team to pick up the pace.
Rob hasn't been able to get going from 3.
Heron fouled there. I think Vodanovic might actually wear that one. Let's have a look at the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Oh, it might have been a grab from behind by Ruben Tarangi. And on that occasion, guess who went into the book?
Ruben gets the foul and gets the call to come to the bench with 3.
Was Ruben Tarangi, so he has got 3. Tough pass for Liam Judd. Now he's got some work to do on Glidden. Gets him off the floor. Good defense in the end by Glidden.
It was. Not known for his defensive prowess as we see Vodanovic.
Catch and shoot. Lafaele with the rebound. That's his 6th of the game. Campbell Scott finds a way.
And Campbell Scott continues to prove that he belongs in this league and possibly belongs as a starter in this league.
Glidden, 3 of 3 this quarter for Cam Glidden. And once he gets his eye in, he's a tough man to stop.
I said I wanted him to be a little more selfish earlier in the game, and he's getting it done.
Well, we asked him before the game for 5 triples today. Had none at half time. He's now got 3. Judd comes back up with it. Lafaele on the reverse. They're just hanging around, aren't they?
They are. A little bit of right place, right time there.
Webster, pass was terrific to Vodanovic. Offensive rebound, puts it back in. Tom Vodanovic, one of those 3 Tuatara players who averages over 20 a game. He's got 19.
Coming off a great year of basketball so far.
Too much on it. Lafaele.
A season, he's been a busy man. Season in the Philippines, championship with the Jack Jumpers, and now here with the Tuatara.
Tukaha Cooper, Webster all the time in the world. That one doesn't drop. Just under 4 to play in the 3rd.
And for me right now, it's the ball movement of the Tuatara that is just having the Jets in fits as they try and figure out their rotations, as Rob Lowe picks up his 3rd on that Heron drive.
Tom Vodanovic has claimed it again. And in fact, he's got it this time. So I reckon Tommy V has tried to claim the last 3 Tuatara fouls, and he finally gets one against his name. That's his 3rd. Timeout called by the Tuatara off the back of that. So 3:45 to play in the 3rd. Jets, if you've just joined us, had a 32-point opening quarter and led by 15. And then it was all about the Aucklanders. A 31-9 second quarter has been backed up by a 17-10 run here in the 3rd. They lead by 14. Don't forget Sal's Hoop Heads every Wednesday night from 6 p.m. Brooke Brusco and the team comes your way to talk lots and lots of basketball. Been impressive, haven't they, the Tuatara, bar the opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it's great to be able to see them get that, put that aside and start afresh almost. But what's been really impressive to me, that quarter included, Tom Vodanovic and Rob Lowe, while they've been on court, have been plus 20 and plus 21 for their team.
I do have a pizza to give away.
That's just
The week after, tough. Ayres the week after, tough. Then they've got the Phi, who right now, 50-50 game, Jets and the Phi.
The Phi have been getting better and better and better. And, you know, Coach Lacey's been, it's always interesting in a first year, right? So Coach Lacey's putting in some great work. They've recruited quite well. So is Moore's here for the Jets? You know, has the Tuatara done any, have the Phi done anything there? Because you're right, I think that could be a very, very exciting game.
There's Lowe. Tuatara come out of that timeout with some changes. Heron with the block.
Rob Lowe asking for a call.
Heron for 3. That one doesn't go down. Kyle Lambert is out there for the Jets now.
Gave the Jets some very good minutes.
Barrow
in the first half.
Corner. Cooper. Lowe. Gets it back, goes up off the glass. Too big, too strong. Rob Lowe.
And there's that ball movement I talked about, just finding Tukaha Cooper in the corner. Even though the shot didn't go, it was great ball movement to an uncontested shot.
14 points, 9 rebounds this afternoon for the reigning MVP. Fitzgerald on a charge. Glidden's already hit 3 triples this quarter. On target, left it short. 2.5 to play in the third. The gas has been taken out of this one since quarter time. It's been all the visitors. Bright spot though is this young man from fielding, Campbell Scott.
And he is a competitor and he is fighting for everything he's got. Just needs a little bit of help right now.
Oh, Tukaha Cooper on the spin. Knows this court well, of course. He's been here the last few years, Tukaha Cooper. Over 30 games with the Jets. Baxter Jr. leaves it short.
Sorry, they're just going to need to dig down and double on that. That's a mismatch.
Cam Glidden, a long time to look at that. Halfway down, there's a foul on the rebound. And the visitors will get it back. Barrow locking up with the young man.
Kyle Lambert.
Yep. Mustafa Heron takes a break. Started on fire. Mustafa Heron has 16 in the game now. Troy Baxter Jr. up to 11, but it's been a slow 11 points. Campbell Scott has 13 points and 6 rebounds.
A couple of assists thrown in the mix.
Low with some more points. Now a 17-point margin. Stunning turnaround. Scott stepping back over Barrow. Can't complete.
Well, you think the margin, the turnaround margin right now is 32.
Webster for 3. Make it 35. Corey Webster moves up to 16 in the game. And I've got to tell you, one of the most noticeable things in this contest is actually the crowd. Full of voice in the opening 10 minutes. They have been silenced since. Until then. Liam Judd for 3.
And Judd just, knocked down a couple in the first. He's shooting the ball quite well. They've got to try and generate more looks for him as we see Barrow work his butt off and do what he does best. Track down some offensive rebounds.
6th offensive rebound for the Tuatara today. The Jets have 7. All the stats were thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Webster. C-Web drains another triple.
And you say the Jets have 7 offensive rebounds. 5 of those came in the first quarter. Only 2 offensive rebounds since then.
Margin at 20 as Rob Lowe picks up his 3rd foul. Right on the cusp of 3-quarter time. And that'll bring Josh Ledger onto the floor. Tell you that, just looking at the clock here to see how long left. Ball comes in. There's actually 9.7 on the inbound. That's why we've got a shot here. Back of the iron for Baxter Jr. Athletically gets it back, turns and fires away. And that'll do us to 3-quarter time. So the Tuatara continue to dish out the punishment in that third quarter. They won it 29-16, and they lead by 20 with 10 to play. We'll have a look at some more Chemist Warehouse stats on the other side of the break. Don't go away.
Now, 30 seconds to get 4 shots in the hoop. If he gets 4 shots in, he will get 4 prizes. All right, my man? 30 seconds starts from now. Let's go. Come on, fans. Boost them on. Give them some boost. Come on, come on. Let's go, my man. You got this. Now that's time 1. 15 seconds halfway there. Oh, yes. 26, 28, 29, 30. Give a round of applause, fans, for Tom. My man, you got 3 shots in there. Come over here, bro. It's gonna be. What did you get? A pizza? A piece of plastic? Oh, and a bench. Well, we're winding down to the end of our games again. Special shout out to our official partners, Objective, Courtesy Ford, Active Physio, Mass University, Senior Media, and Media Works. For our team top sponsors for sponsoring us, Steve Tire Service, Aztec Motel, Sayed Industries.
A quarter to play here in Palmerston North this afternoon. Sal's NBL action round 5. Sharks and the Rams coming up shortly. The large Brooklyn pizza, just $40. Get into it. Another fantastic weekly special from our friends at Sal's. That's available till next Tuesday. Chemist Warehouse stats, interesting. Big one for me, 0 points off the bench for the Jets today. In fact, only 2 shots from the entire bench in this game for the Manawatu Jets. They trailed by 20 since quarter time. It's been a dominant performance by the Auckland Tuatara. Baxter Jr. looking to get things started in the last.
The big one for me right now has been the turnover count. Only 1 turnover in the first quarter for the Jets. They did a wonderful job looking after the ball, and right now that's flipped. They got 10 turnovers. The Tuatara, 2 for the game.
Been very impressive. Cam Glidden, 3 triples in that third quarter. Corey Webster is doing his normal Corey Webster things. He has 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and 3 triples. 3-point shooting today. The Jets are 7 of 22. The Tuatara are 10 of 32.
So percentage-wise, they're not too far apart. As we see Low on that little short roll and catch and finish in the paint.
Points inside the paint, Tuatara 32. Jets 22. Points of turnovers, or from turnovers I should say, Tuatara 16, Jets 0.
The Tuatara only with those 2 turnovers, not giving the Jets an opportunity to score off turnovers.
Mustafa Heron over Low. Tough gig at the best of times.
As you mentioned a couple of times, former defensive player of the year.
Glidden to Barrow. Surely a detective sergeant these days.
With the hook and the soft touch.
Does well, Nick Barrow.
Taking it back to the old school, post work. Old school is a good school.
Just a reliable performer, isn't he? Here's Liam Judd for 3. That one doesn't go down. Another rebound for Rob Lowe. That's his 10th. Another double-double for him. Webster for another 3. And there's holding going on here. Who's this going against? It's going against Mustafa Heron, who was tangled up with Nick Barrow and Rob Lowe. Looked like he was holding off one on each arm. He can't believe the call. But Mustafa Heron has picked up the foul. That's his 4th. And he's now asking the coin officials exactly what that was for.
But this is what we mentioned earlier with Barrow and Lafale. They do a great job doing what they do. And that there, Nick Barrow fighting for the glass, as we see. Glidden a little short on that one.
Now on the drive, Cam Glidden hands it off. Nick Barrow with the little gimme, can't put it away. They hold it again.
Rob Lowe with the size mismatch. Double straight away. Judd with an impressive block.
And now Judd, all the way, Liam Judd. Oh my.
Coast to coast, give the crowd a little something to make some noise about.
Liam Judd. Great defense at one end, better offense at the other. Webster. Push out, Lafayette. It's going to be a Tuatara ball. I think we'll get another look at this one. Let's have a look at this. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay, all about this man, Liam Judd, the flowing locks. Down it goes.
Got to stop the ball. No one stopped the ball, and he took full advantage, got all the way to the rim.
You feel like you need to have to stretch. Just stand up where you are. Just
a highlight for the Jets. They've been few and far between since quarter time, haven't they?
You might see that.
Low.
In the background. Have a good stretch.
Doesn't get the roll. Heron rebound. He's got 4 fouls, remember. Gets a body.
Heron a little slow back on the play. Numbers advantage to the Tuatara. Barrow takes advantage of that.
Yeah, good eyes there from Cam Glidden. His 6th assist of the afternoon. Baxter Jr. really has been quiet since the opening minutes of the game. Gets it back now on a charge. Is that a pass or a shot? I think he's going to head to the Chemist Warehouse here. Foul on Nick Barrow. And in fact, he will be looking at a couple of shots. But they will come after the timeout called by the Manawatu Jets, Corey Webster and Troy Baxter Jr., who were teammates last season, of course, for the Canterbury Rams, just catching up and having a chat. All smiles.
All right, we're going to get to the Mexican way following our man Vinny Beers.
Margin at 24 now. Which is a 39-point turnaround.
Let's go,
Impressive work from the Tuatara. Even just to keep their head and stay in the game. Chip away at that lead and build this lead that they've got now.
Benny the Bear showing a turn of speed here at Fly Palmy Arena this afternoon.
Back against C-block. Come on. B-block, we
What can the Jets generate out of this timeout?
I'll tell you what, if they put Benny the Bear out there for the next 6.5 minutes, they'd certainly get a boost in energy. Got the kids following him as well. 2 laps around was enough.
2 laps around. Hey, that's 2 laps more than I could do.
Well, if you are Coach Manawatu Tofale, after such a huge start here this afternoon, let's not forget they led 32-17 at quarter time. What are you looking for from your team over the next 6.5 minutes, Miles?
Right at the moment, they've got to figure out how to create some good shots, and Baxter Jr. getting to the foul line, that's a really good start. So what can the Jets show defensively? Where can they knuckle down, get a couple of stops, things like that? Where's the effort there? And then what can they generate on offense? And I think right now for them it's a process of how they can do those 2 things. 3 of 4 from the stripe today for Baxter Jr. 13 points for him, 6 rebounds, a steal and a block. Add another one, in fact that was Lafayette. Heron shut down by Tarangi. Scott over Barrow. Rattles around. And it was a great back cut from Glidden. Just a better effort defensively. Lowe turns the corner. Has that swiped out of his hand. Just need to see that again. Was it Baxter Jr. or Lafayette with the block? Both got the white stripes down the arms today. Manawatu Tofale was camped in front of our viewing position.
low on the turn. Up comes Baxter Jr. Well, the pass was the right idea to Campbell Scott. The problem was the knees of Cam Glidden were right in the way.
It's a great deflection with Cam's knee. But since the timeout, the Jets have got a couple of stops, a couple of deflections, and they've looked a little more together on the defensive end.
It was Lafayette with that block. Foul called there. In fact, technical foul. Is it on Corey Webster?
On Corey Webster, yeah.
Interesting. Not sure Aaron Young would be too happy with that when you're 22 up. Maybe a little bit of language. I was too busy looking at the Chemist Warehouse stats. No point added from the line though. And now we'll come back to the Jets. Campbell Scott, tell us about this young man, because he's been given the keys to the car, or the keys to the jet, so to speak, with Jasper Rentoy going down in the opening game of the season.
He has indeed, and what a wonderful job he's done. Campbell out of fielding, as you've mentioned, youngest of 3 brothers. All of them play basketball, as we see Baxter Jr. make a 3. I feel like he just got beaten up in the driveway a little bit, but part of the junior Tall Black squad that never got to go anywhere. And he spent a year in Southland with Rob Beveridge when he was down there, and managed to come home and really grab the opportunity that he's had this year. As we see Glidden.
Fourth triple, yep, for him today. All in the second half, Cam Glidden. We asked him for 5, he's well on his way. Lafayette, Heron.
And
good play, Jets.
That was a great play and great ball movement. But you never want to see someone go down with an injury. But unfortunately for Rentoy and his season, has just provided an opportunity as we see Glidden get his 5th 3.
Well, we asked for it, and he has delivered 3 triples in the 3rd quarter, a couple in this last quarter. And Cam Glidden will jump up to 17 points in the game for him. Webster has 19, Lowe 16, Vodanovic 19, and that is Cam Glidden at his best. He's been doing it for years and years and years.
And what a great role model for some of these young guys, Jackson Kiss and a couple of the other guys.
Interesting here, Tommy Vodanovic, he's got the shooting top on there. He might be done for the day. He doesn't really look like he's in any rush to get back out there, does he? Just see him over the back there with the arms on the knee.
And he's played one heck of a game. 19 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists.
Plus minus of 26 plus as well. Sal's NBL Highlight Show every Tuesday night at 7:30. Make sure you join us for that. You're going to see some red hot Jets highlights early from this one. But there's a lot to like about the Tuatara since then.
And just thinking the Tuatara started their season with a 30-point loss to the Saints on the road.
Yeah, they did.
Their only other loss coming to the Giants on the road by 4.
They might not be the only team to go down by 30 to the Saints this season, by the way.
No. Great find there.
Lafayette to Heron.
Making the play from the floor.
Made it work, didn't they? Margin at 21, 4.5 to play. Webster. The Websters between them this round, by the way, have had 3 technical fouls. Ty Webster only played 3 quarters.
I'm sure, Corey, that is something that he will not be trying to match his brother, picking up a second one.
Ejected from the game against the Rams, Ty Webster. Baxter Jr. puts it down. He moves up to 18, and it just feels like a really white 18 for Baxter Jr. tonight.
It is indeed. But the Jets on a little bit of a mini... Little bit of they've had a couple of stops, a couple of really good looks. Trying to eat into that 19-point lead.
Webster back to Ledger. It ends up with Tarangi, who can't finish. Barrow keeps it alive. Look out. 6 indeed for Cam Glidden today. What a second half by the elder statesman, sharpshooter Cam Glidden. 6 triples.
Really good to see a good turnout today. You're all looking well now.
Baxter Jr. turns, drains another 2. So basket for basket over the last couple of minutes here in Palmerston North today. Sharks and Rams coming up tonight. Sunday double, Bulls in the Phi. Mulls and Casey have that one. And Giants in the Airs. We return to our favourite duo down in Nelson. Campbell Scott getting up off the glass for 2. Hugh Bainan and Phil Jones, of course, to cover all of the action tomorrow night between the Giants and the Airs.
Always entertaining listening to those two call a game.
As one-sided as you will get, but we love it. We love it. Glidden, unashamedly one-sided as well, the Nelsonians. Webster. Oh, what a basket, Corey Webster. If we get a chance to look at that again, for kids at home, you want to be a sharpshooter in the Cells NBL. Look at this from Corey Webster.
Great footwork, balance. Able to lift up and knock that down.
He moves up to 22 in the game. It's a game high, by the way. 4 triples for him, 5 rebounds, 5 assists and a steal. I had a good chat with him on Wednesday night after they took down the Bulls by 18, and of course he's had some troubles with his ankle throughout the Aussie NBL season, and it's coming good now, getting better and better with every game, and we're seeing him become, as you would expect, such an integral part of this Auckland Tuatara team. He's a master.
He's just been getting it done at such a high level for such a long time, and very, very smart. Able to get it done in multitude of ways.
They've cleared the bench, the Tuatara. At starting 5, Cam Glidden has finished with 20 points and 6 triples. Tarangi, 5 points for him. Webster, 22. Rob Lowe, 16 and 10. Tommy Vodanovic, 19 points. They all take a seat on the sidelines. Foul called there. Lachlan Crate.
The youngster.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, what, 17 years of age, Lachlan Crate. Another one out of Fielding High School.
Yep, Darren Larson doing a very good job with the Fielding High School guys over the years.
I think it was Taylor Johnson mentioned to me a couple of weeks ago that not just basketball, but a lot of different sports, the talent that comes out of a town like Fielding is quite remarkable. Some rugby players as well, and basketball is obviously here in the Cells NBL. They definitely fight above their weight, the town of Fielding. Ledger. Turnover. Threw it straight to Lafayette. Been a tough day for him as well. Sends it out to Lachlan Crate off the hand, not too bad. Lafayette there, looking for the offensive tip. Minute to play here this afternoon. Impressive Tuatara. Since quarter time, they have dominated this game as Ledger adds 2.
And the Tuatara just able to chip away in that second quarter, and they've done some amazing things since the end of the first.
Judd for 3, if you don't mind, Liam Judd. A couple of highlights for him today. Of course, we had a chat with him before the game. Told us a little bit about his time and his role here for the Manawatu Jets.
Bring the defense in. Where's those feet?
Dying seconds.
Trappers.
Fitzgerald, he wants a couple of his own. He'll have to do it from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Great to see Will Ledger checking into the game after all his work in the Rapid League.
Got some good young players, haven't they? Jackson Kiss, the young 16-year-old, he's a star of the future. As we mentioned, Charlie Dalton returns to this Tuatara team next Saturday night when they take on the Hawks. Back from college, he'll step in and play. He was an important player last season. Be good to see Charlie Dalton back.
Looking forward to seeing him back in action in the Sal's NBL.
Scott takes contact. All rudimentary now, though. Aaron Young, whatever he said at quarter time, has paid dividends. Because it has literally been one-way traffic since then. A 35-point turnaround, no less.
Really impressive. And Campbell Scott going for his 16th and 17th point here.
There's that Jets bench.
Just one rebound off a double-double. Campbell Scott. 16, 9 rebounds, 4 assists at the moment. Only 1 turnover.
They look a little bit dejected now, don't they, the Jets bench, compared to what we saw in the opening quarter.
As you said, the Tuatara came to play and really took the air out of the gym.
Of course, every point counts, so the Tuatara are going to look to score here. 13 seconds. Jets need to be aware of this. I'd be surprised if Fitzgerald dribbles this out. Surely not. They're going to get a shot. Or will they? McIntosh right on the buzzer. That'll count if it goes down. It doesn't. And it's a 98-79 point lead, win I should say, to the Auckland Tuatara. Down by 15 at quarter time. Home by 19 in the end. And it's been a good round for the Aucklanders. Took down the Bulls on Wednesday night by 18. And they've done the job here today against the Jets by 19. Road ahead for them. Hawks, Jets, Nuggets, Sharks. For the Jets, who moved to 1-6 on the season. Next up for them, the Saints. And then they've got to play the Tuatara again, this time in Auckland. Let's have a quick look at the Chemist Warehouse stats before we catch up with a couple of players. And the stat sheet dominated today by the Tuatara. Webster, Glidden, Vidanovic and Lowe all getting amongst it. Glidden with 6 triples in the second half. Rob Lowe, another double-double for him. Look at Campbell Scott. We spoke about his rebounding efforts earlier in the game. He ends with 9 rebounds. Webster, simply superb. 4 blocks in the end for the Property Brokers Jets. And a couple of steals either way. All the stats, of course, in the Sellers NBL with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. The Jets, centre of the court with some soul searching to do. Cock a hoop after 10 tonight, or today I should say. And then they ran into the buzzsaw that is the 2-time runners-up Auckland Tuatara. Can they go one better in season 2024? Cam Glidden, awesome second half. 6 triples for him, 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Nick Barrow doing his job as always, and the pair now catch up with Miles Pearce.
Nick, great win here on the road. What does that win mean to you guys as a group?
It's huge, yeah. I've obviously had 5 games on the road so far. To get another win here just puts us in good stead for a little home stretch shortly.
It's an awesome first quarter by the Jets. You guys really fought back. And you were down there getting dirty, managed to wrangle a few fouls called for yourself on the glass. How are you finding the battle down low?
Yeah, I enjoy it. That's what I love to do. So get out there and kind of give a different look when Robbie and Tommy need a break. So just kind of offer a bit of and just try and get Corey open with some good screens.
It was great to see, and thank you for keeping the low post alive. Thank you very much. We'll bring in Cam.
Well done, Nick.
Hot shooting second half. I believe Justin was asking for 5. You ended up with 6 threes. How you feeling after that one?
Yeah, it feels good, eh? Like the first few games are just, boys set me up, we're running good offense, so I'm just failing to hit the shot, so it was nice to see a few go down.
You guys are off to a pretty good start so far. Only 2 losses on the season. How do you prepare for what's coming up?
Yeah, we've got a lot of improving to do. I mean, I think our ceiling's pretty high and we've not even scratched the surface. We've got a couple guys coming back as well, which we'll need to gel into the team, and yeah, we got a lot of improvement to do. You saw that first quarter was pretty lackluster by us, so definitely back to the drawing board, get better.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple of guys coming back in. Charlie Dalton's coming back into the mix. How do you integrate a guy like that who is familiar with the system?
I think it would be easy with him. You know, he's a rebounder, scrapper, hard worker, finisher. Like, he doesn't need the ball in his hands. He's just going to find ways to impact the game. So I think it'll be pretty seamless with him.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Great this afternoon, wasn't he? The Aussie, second half indeed. He took over with 6 triples and 1 of 4 Auckland Tuatara players to score 16 or more. Round 5, still plenty more to come. Not too far away, we head south. The Canterbury Rams on the southern swing. Sky Broadband Rapid League from 6:30, Sal's NBL from 7:30. Sharks searching for their first win of the season. It has not been good going so far. Rams in a bit of form right now. And then tomorrow on the double, the Bulls and the Phi, live and free on Sky Open as well. Rapid League from 2 p.m, Sal's NBL from 3. And then we finish it all off. It's been a huge 5th round of the season, 8 games in total. Giants and the Airs. I can't wait for that. I think that is going to be an absolute beauty down at the Trafalgar Centre.
Yes, I think what a great way to finish the round. And you're right, big round, 8 games, and there's some really big games, and we're still only early in the season.
Well, Mustafa Heron is checking over the stats. What I can tell you, Mustafa, is you led by 15 at quarter time, and you went down by 19 to the Auckland Tuatara. I hope you've enjoyed it. On behalf of the entire team at Sky Sport, wish you well. Make sure you're back in front of the box very, very soon as we head south for the Sharks and the Rams. Still to come Saturday in the Sal's NBL.